Hello, welcome back to my channel. I am hoping that you guys are having a great holiday. I am doing a challenge where I'm vlogging a little bit and recording a little bit every day for 10 days. So we'll see how that goes. After that, I'll go back to posting once a week. So right now I'm having a lot of fun just posting once a day. And some days it's really silly stuff like me shopping or whatever. Today I am doing the monthly overview of setting up for January 2017 and also a short overview of my year and how I plan the entire year. Okay, first of all, you need, for this system to work for you, you can either purchase the Erin Condren Monthly Planner or any kind of monthly planner that comes with a month and then followed by some kind of note pages. You need at least 3 note pages and then the month, and then 3 note pages and then the month. You can probably make it. It's pretty easy to make. I'm too lazy to do that, but some people use traveler's notebooks. Other people use like something like this that has, you know, that they can make their own calendar in and then do the note pages and get very, very into it. If you're interested in bullet journaling and plotting and planning with other writing people, join on Facebook, and I'll put the link down below. Planning Publishing People, just search them up. I think it's Planning and Publishing Peeps or something like that, but it's a lot of writers and people in the publishing world that use different types of journaling, to bullet journaling and methods to plan and plot. So, but this is my system, and so I'll share it with you and see what you think, and maybe it'll work for you as well. I think it's simple. I can't get into all the details and graphs that they do. I wish I could, because it probably would work better if I could stick to it, but this works for me. And so let's get into it. First of all, I have the Erin Condren Monthly Planner, and I will put the link for that down below. And this is very simple because what it has in it is the month, and then it has note pages, and then the next month, next month, and then the note pages, and on and on. Month, note pages, month, note pages. So let me show you how I work, how my system is. In the very first, there's a note page prior to the monthly spread. And what I do here is I put the dates of all the weekdays. So that's why it skips 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 9, because 7 and 8 are a weekend and I don't write on the weekend. So I have the date. I usually put the time that I start writing and then my word count. And sometimes that is divided. For example, I'm not going to write on here because it's I haven't started using this yet, so I'm trying to find a piece of paper. You would think I would have a piece of paper, and I do. I have tons. Okay, so here we go. So how I would do it is, let's say on the first, I start on at 10:15, let's say. And so and then you have the line like this, and then the word count, and then I would stop. Let's say I wrote 500, and then I would stop, and then I would write another 300, and then stop, and on 400 and stop. Usually I try to stick to 500 word increments, or 5 to 800, 1,000 would be nice, and then my daily goal is 3,000 words. And then on the project, I could list whatever I'm working on. So book of the day, whatever book I'm writing on, that's what goes here, the title of the book. So usually it's broken down to 2, 3, or 4, because I write in sprints, and until I reach my word count. Some days I just, like everybody else, my word count might not come, so that is, that's okay. It just so happens that that's the way it is. All right, so that's what this page is, and it's my daily word count. I am thinking about making another column here with a total, because I think I need a word total column, so I'll add that. Usually I write on a piece of paper, scratch pads, but this is forcing me to have it all together so that I can kind of keep track. All right, this page, which is the calendar itself. Now remember, this is only about writing and releases and books. This has nothing to do with any other social media posts that I might have or other projects such as giveaways, Facebook parties, that kind of stuff. None of that is on here. So this is top heavy, is full because I have a project with 12 other authors. So therefore, that's why there's so much stuff to begin with for the first 14 days. But I will tell you that anything in green or has green around it is my own personal release that I'm responsible for. So I have something released on the 2nd, on the 7th, on the 10th, and on the 14th, on the 17th. So that's what these green ones are. And I should have written this one in green, but I didn't. So I'm gonna kind of mark it there. All right, so that's what this means. And then on the red is certain social media posts that I have to make that have to do with one of my releases. So Tuesday teasers is when I post teasers on whatever work in progress is coming up. And then the red are, right in this instance, it's countdowns until the release of my book on the 17th. So that kind of stuff goes on here. And then, of course, once the book releases, and it seems like then I have kind of a quiet area before the next release, which is the following month, then I go back to just doing the Tuesday teasers for the next book that is coming up. So that's how my monthly spread is done. If this project wasn't taking place, then it would only be this day in green, this one, and then whatever red social media postings I'm doing. But since I am in charge of this project, I am tracking everybody. Okay, so the next page here is my monthly goals and things that I have to try and remember. Now I know whatever it is I'm writing that month and the word count, what releases are going on that month for me personally. Actually, I forgot 2 of them on here. And then promotion on Facebook and Instagram, which is the ones that I use the most. I probably need to add Twitter. My newsletter, and in my newsletter is what day I release it, what my goals are for the number of subscribers and final total for my newsletter. That kind of stuff is going to go in this area. So it's, and then finally giveaways. And I need to write down anybody that wins my giveaways and any information about them. If I need their home address or if I need their email address, that's going to go here in the giveaway section. So that's why I love this calendar, because it's just set up perfectly for me. So just the things that I need to track. Over here is any ideas or things that pop up or information that might happen, people that are new on the radar or somebody that I need to go check out, that kind of thing, advertisement information or something like that. And then very lastly over here is major to-dos. I do keep a list of daily to-dos on my day designer, but this is like something that I maybe really I'm thinking about something that I like to accomplish that month. So that would be the entire month of January. And then I go on to start all over again for February. All right, so that is how I plan my month. Now let me go a little bit into how I plan my year. Now this guy is kind of big, so I'm hoping that it fits in frame. Yeah, okay. So what this is the large daily planner. You can buy an ARC notebook that has the ARC rings too. I think Staples have them. I think I found one once at Walmart. I don't know, but it's an ARC system that you punch and put in. But you can use any kind of 3-ring binder, works perfectly as well. So what I did is I printed this yearly box thing, document form, whatever, from the Scattered Squirrel, and I would put her link down below, and it's for personal use only. So yeah, you can sell it or whatever. But anyway, it has every month, and then it's lined. You can type in it in the PDF if you have whatever, Adobe or whatever. And I have it printed, but for some reason I typed it all in for this video, and then my printer went wonkers and printed it all wonky, and you can barely see it. So I thought I sat down, and no matter which way I did it, it just wouldn't work. I guess you can see this one a little bit, but you see the colors are all screwed up. And it only printed in red. Anyway, it was driving me nuts. So I decided, well, I want a color code anyway, so I wrote it all down. So this is January through December of next year, and let's get started with how I do my year and kind of foresee it. And of course, this is not set in stone, and things come up, things change. I may write slower, I might write faster, and so I'll have to make adjustments. Excuse me. I have been eating carbohydrates and it makes my throat wonky. Okay, so in the very top, in the color green, I have my releases. So January is really heavy. I have learned not to overcommit because I really killed myself to get all these books done. Okay, so my releases are in green, whenever I do have releases. And then my travel is in whatever color this is, like a lilac purplish color. And then my writing, whatever project I'm writing, is in blue. Now I know how many words on average I do, I know how fast I write, and then I try to give myself a little bit of a cushion, but even then life happens, things happen, and so like I said, it's a fluid document, so I keep a blank one behind it and also one that's generic that I can, rearrange things. The only thing I don't rearrange is if I have something that is set up for pre-order, which I do very rarely. I only do it when I know I'm almost done with it. Like the last 2 pre-orders I did, the book was already written and just needed editing before I put it up for pre-order because I'm always scared that I won't have the project done. So yeah, this is how I do my whole list. I have my releases. I have what I'm writing that month to ensure that it's written in time. The numbers beside these titles is the dates that they are releasing, and then my travel dates are here. Most of them, thank God, are only weekends, except for, well, I'm not sure I'm going to RWA yet. I just have it in here in case I do, but of course, RT, I think it's the one that's a whole week. I think everything else is over a weekend, so it's really not as heavy travel as I do most years. So, and then for travel and promo and all that, that's a whole different calendar I have to make because you have deadlines on when you have to mail things in and things like that. So I'm going to use the other one, this one, for that kind of thing, like when I have to get things mailed in. Okay, so I track my writing, my travel, and my releases in this calendar. There's still one major thing that I do need to add, but I don't know if I'm going to put it on here yet or make a separate one. If you use Kindle Unlimited, don't forget to put in here when it's time for you to renew. If you don't have it on automatic renewal, don't forget when it's time for it to renew or when it's coming out of KU, so you will remember to put it wide. Because that happened to me. I had a book come out of KU and it was sat there. Well, it was on Amazon and selling there, but I forgot to put it wide because I wasn't sure when it was, and I had to go back in and check, and all of a sudden I realized, well, this book has been off of KU for 2 months. I think it was 2 months, and I could have had it everywhere else and I didn't. So those are sales lost. So that's another thing you might want to do, a specific one just for Kindle Unlimited, a specific one for special giveaways or Facebook parties you're planning, things like that, that you need to track. And what I do that might help you is I do a day-by-day schedule for whatever release is coming on. I have my when my teasers for that special release are, my countdowns, and when I'm doing, if I do a Pinterest folder, if I do a thunderclap or a Insta freebie or whatever ads I'm doing, they need to go on here too. And that way, day by day goes here, and then it gets transferred into my weekly calendar. So yeah, and I'm not going to do a walkthrough of this notebook. I think I've done one before, but it pretty much just my projects and lists and lists of lists, and it would make no sense to anybody but me. I just wanted to kind of go over how I do my year. I am a very visual person, so I have to have it done like this. I also do a bulletin board, so I'm going to show you that last, and then once I do that, that'll be the end of this video. Let me show you. Try not to make you dizzy. Oop. Okay, so there's my vision board that has my covers, and it's also divided by month. As you can see, I have the month and then covers of the books that are releasing. And right now this is on the floor because we're still working on it. I still have a few things to add. But once it's finished, it's going to be hanging up on the wall next to my other board, which I know I didn't even want to show you guys all this because now you're going to think I'm crazy. But here's my December and here's my January once again. And it's pretty much a redo of all the information that I just went over with you. But this is up on the wall. And then over here's my travel calendar. So you can see I am totally a visual person, so therefore that's why I'm telling you that it's very important for me. So I hope that this is helpful and it didn't confuse you more. Thank you so much and have a wonderful holiday. Bye.